Hey guys, it's your boy Uncle P. I finally got my red couch, my background. It's not yet done, but hey, anyways, we gotta shoot a video. So one of my videos about do not date broke men, why women shouldn't date broke men, has been going around and has been doing quite well. And mostly guys, a lot of guys have an issue with it, and they keep saying the same thing. Broke guys don't deserve love? That's not what the video is about. And also some ladies comment and it will be like, well, I don't agree with you. I think guys with broke guys also deserve to be loved. Well, the only ladies that are saying that are ladies that are trying to show that, they can love a guy regardless of whether they have money or not. Now, that is not what the video is about. Let me break it down to you what the video is about. So I'm going to put a description of the video down here if you want to watch it and understand the concept of this one. And yeah, man, so let's get to it. Welcome to the Red Couch with Uncle P, your boy. Okay, guys, so what was that video all about? It was all about trying to show ladies that, you know what, life is much easier when you meet a man that has established himself. The issue that we have today is too many of us are rushing into relationships. We've got a lot of single fathers, a lot of single mothers just running around with kids, not knowing what to do. Now, I remember I saw a post on Facebook where one of the ladies was like, I'm a single mother of 3. Do I still deserve love? Do I still deserve to be in a relationship? Of course you do. But the question is, which man will take you with your 3 kids, raise them and love you? There are men that can do that, but what are your chances and how long will it take you to find that person? It's very slim. So where am I going with this? So when I'm talking about do not date broke guys, it's because even when you go biblical, okay, a man is a provider. It is our responsibility to provide for our partners security and financially. The issue became when, I personally believe the issue became when women started fighting for equal rights. Okay? When women started fighting for equal rights, for independency, what happened is it led men to now see that women could provide for themselves. Therefore, it just made them lazy. It just made them lazy. I mean, if you can find yourself a woman that has money, that has a car and has her own house, you don't need to provide nothing for her. Technically, a man has absolutely nothing to offer a woman like that. You can talk about love. What is love? Care, support, time, being there, wooing. All this requires money. A man was not intended to stay at home while the woman is providing. It is our responsibility as men to do so, you see. And when we look at the society today, we realize that a lot of men have become comfortable seeking for women that are actually established rather than being with women that are not. And you see that a lot of women who are in relationships that they are financially struggling, the men ends up leaving. And a lot of women fail to understand that once you have a child, you as a woman cannot reset back to your single life or back to your own life. You have a child unless you intend on throwing that child away, which is not what most of you intend on doing. But a man can reset. A man can literally run away from his responsibilities, go to another country, go to another town, go to another village, find himself, build himself, and start all over. Find another woman, have other kids. And that video or this message is to protect this. It's almost not even to protect, it's to almost guide you and help you so that we can stop this thing where now we have so many single mothers and we've got so many broken homes and families. Now, a lot of my videos are watched by obviously my kind, black people. So I'm going to give an example that I have experienced so that you guys understand this better. So I was blessed enough to be able to live several types of lives. One, I was adopted by a white family, so I was blessed enough to be able to see how a white child is raised and how they are taught to make decisions and how decisions are made in the household. Now, there's one thing that is completely different. You need to understand, as black people, we are not raised to communicate with our parents. Well, at least not now in the 21st century. So we do not have that relationship, friendship with parents, with family members, and so forth. So we learn how to socialize, how to be with people from school and the street. And most of the lessons that we learn are not really what will guide you in the right way. That's why you see a lot of us are delayed in life, because we don't have that mentorship, those people that guide us and advise us, so we know exactly the way to go about things. What am I talking about? A white boy can meet a girl in crash, and end up marrying that girl. They can end up going to the same high school or different high schools, meet again in college or university, or don't even meet but still end up getting married. We can't pull that thing off. You know why? There's certain factors that play a very important role there. What are those factors? One, there is family involved. So when they meet in crash, the mom and dad of the girl and the mom and dad of the boy become friends. So they start doing play dates with them. They start bringing them together. And that grows their friendship. Friendship. Not girlfriend, boyfriend, friendship. And then when they get to high school, if they go to the same one, same thing. They've got their family who advises them when they have issues, when they fight. Second factor is friends. White people, or rather yet other cultures, let me put it that way so this doesn't become a racial thing, tend to choose, or their family tend to guide them to choose friends that are appropriate for them. Either because of what they are studying, because of their lifestyle, or their standard of living. So you would never find a rich family being friends with a poor family, or a middle class family. They keep to their lane. The reason they do that is not because of racism or because of hatred or because of division. It's purely because they want to make sure that their child, as they are growing up, they understand their standard of life and they understand who they are. Therefore, when they make the choices and they choose a partner, they're choosing a partner that is equal to them. Doesn't always play out like that, but let's keep to topic. Let's not get out of topic. So, what I'm trying to say is, family plays a very big role in these relationships, and then friends. Now, the third thing is finance. You need to understand, when you guys start dating, you in high school or you in primary, or you want to go to a movie date, you want to go somewhere, your parents are the ones that give you this money. They're the ones that drive you to the mall. How many black child, not in the 21st century, let's say I was born in 1987, how many of us can say that our parents actually drove us to the mall, to the movies, to go have a date with our girlfriend, or to go out with our friends? None. Maybe one, I don't know. Do you know those that have money? Most of us come from poor backgrounds. So we didn't have this relationship with our parents. We didn't have this experience. Therefore, we do not know what it takes to hold a relationship. So now we find ourselves in the 21st century, a bunch of us dating and not even knowing the rule and concept of dating. When we meet a girl, 80% of the time, you guys end up having sex, if not on the first night, the first week. If not the first week, the second week. Yes, things are changing now because women are more mature now. Women have realized men are assholes, men are trash. But that's the only reason why things are changing, because we as men have failed. And because we have failed, things are playing out the way they are playing out. So when I say do not date a broke guy, it's not only for the ladies, it's also for you guys. You need to realize, as a man, if you are able to provide adequately financially, you have nothing to worry about. If your partner is cheating on you because you are not providing financially, she's technically not cheating. You need to understand, when you're in a relationship, when you're dating boyfriend, girlfriend, it is a period in your life where you're getting to know each other, where you're getting to know each other's family. How many of us, black people, actually date and families are involved? Very few, if we're being totally honest. We date on our own. Our friends do end up finding out. Our friends are involved, but in the bigger scale, it's only us. Then pregnancy starts happening. A lot of things starts happening that you do not know how to handle it. And worst part is when pregnancy happens and it finds you with no money, you either have to abort or you end up having the child if the girl doesn't want to abort and you have no financial means to take care of this child. This is what I mean by do not date broke guys. It's merely a way to protect yourself, both the lady and the guy. What will you do when financial needs occur? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. We have so many broken homes. We have so many broken relationships. We have so many single fathers and single mothers. Not because of any other reason. It's purely because of finance. A lot of us is because of that. Because we can't stay together because we are arguing constantly because we cannot provide the basic needs. Imagine if you met a woman, regardless of whether the woman had money or not. Imagine if you met a woman and you could shelter her. You could provide food, security, safety. Because you have the financial, I'm not saying millions, but you have the financial means. And then you add love on top of all that. Will life not be much easier? The problem is there's a group of women that have convinced certain men that they can help them be, I can help you build, I can help you grow. Woman, it's no. He needs to have a foundation. Yeah, you are dating a guy who has not yet finished matric. Now, don't get me wrong. Finishing school is not is not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is a guy with ambition, a guy with goals, a guy with driven. So if you haven't finished school, first of all, okay, you have no college degree, you have no hustle, and then you've got a job that pays you here and there, small and yana. Girls, why would you want to put yourself through that? Why would you want to be with a man like that? Listen, when picking a husband, because you need to understand, we approach you and you accept. When picking a husband, there are certain characteristics that you need to look for. The same way with a man picking a wife. It is a man's responsibility to provide. Therefore, you need to see a man that is ambitious, that has goals, that has dreams, that has vision, that is going somewhere. He might not be there right now, but you must see him going there. Now, if he is on his way, it is your responsibility as a woman to stay aside unless you have the tools to help him reach there or achieve quicker. Then you assist. If not, stay aside, because you need to understand the moment you walk into his life, you become a burden, an expense, an issue, if you are not there to advance him. If you're a Christian, I'll quote a verse from the Bible. He who finds a good woman finds favor in the Lord. The problem is, many of us are dating because of beauty, are dating because of sex, are dating because we are lonely and we want to be with somebody, and some of us are even dating because of poverty. You are so broke that you want to meet somebody, so that little bit they have, that little bit you have, put it together, or rather yet, just be with somebody. Guys, stop doing that. Stop doing that. It will lead you absolutely nowhere. I keep repeating, a man can reset. Say what you want, but they can. A woman cannot. Many people will come and say, yeah, but look, it's up to you, the decisions that you make. When I advise from experiences and from what I see. And I personally believe once you make those decisions as a man to first either finish your studies, get that degree, get that job, finish that hustle, start that business, make it a success, buy your own home. Guys, pay off your home. Stop renting rooms. Stop renting cottages. You're not seeing white people doing this. You don't see a white man renting a room or a cottage and then getting married. Now, many of you will say, yeah, but what about those? Yes, I have. I know a white person that is that. Yes. I'm talking in the big scale. In the big scale. Let's not minimize ourselves. I live in South Africa, so let's not minimize ourselves to South Africa only. Look at Europe. We're coming already from a disadvantaged past. Slavery, poverty, everything. We can't continue going back there and crying about it. Now we know. Now we have people like me, you know, that I that advise you, that shoot these videos and tell you what to do, what not to do. Listen. Woman, what you rushing for? Men, what are you rushing for? Is there a due date on marriage? Is there a due date on having kids? No. Well, I'm not saying wait until you're 50. Look, if you haven't made it by the time you're 50, 60, well, you're not going to make it. You know, if you do, all I'm saying is put yourself in a position where you are able to provide adequately for the life that you want. There is no way that when you were growing up, you dreamt of renting this nice small cottage or building your own shack or renting this nice room at somebody's house and then finding this beautiful girl and then building a home with them in that room. No. You dreamt of a beautiful home. You dreamt of owning cars, a beautiful wife. How are you going to achieve that when you have nothing and you've already placed responsibilities in your own hand? Because having a girlfriend when you have absolutely nothing will just lead to trouble. That's why you see a lot of you now are convinced that you shouldn't provide for your girlfriend. I saw a post that spoke about girlfriend allowance. What the hell is girlfriend allowance? You guys are coming up with things that are nonsensitive just to try and make things work, or rather yet survive. A lot of girls now only get into relationships for survival reasons. Look for a guy who has something so that at least they have something. Some of you, even poverty is so bad that you would get into a relationship with another poor guy just so you have something. A relationship is not an achievement. Being with a guy or with a woman is not an achievement. Guys, you all need to look at the definition of achievement, and it is not a relationship or marriage. Those are blessings. When you find a good woman, you are blessed. When you find a good partner, you are blessed. Stop getting into relationships or situationships for situation purposes. Make that money. Life is easier with money. You get sick, you can pay for it. She is crying, you can buy her a present. He is moody, you can buy him a present. Money is king. If the church, the word of God, the Quran, and the world cannot survive without money, what makes you think you can sustain a relationship without it? We need to stop lying to ourselves. We need to stop lying to ourselves. Guys, I've said my piece, I've said my part. If you want to continue to date broke, accept the consequences. In the end of the day, you need to understand, unless you both have the same vision, the same drive to make it, you're both just going to become a burden to each other. And 90% of the time, it's the woman that is left suffering. Men, protect. Black men, protect. We need to start protecting our women. If there's any other race and anybody else watching it, guys, please don't get offended. This is mostly because I'm on social media and a lot of the pages that I follow and a lot of people that follow me happen to be of my race, so I feel like they need to understand this, because nothing is happening and it's getting worse at time. If you have noticed now, a lot of successful black men are marrying other races, because black women who have become successful, independent, are also dating other races because they don't feel like a black man can offer them anything. It has almost become a competition between a black woman and a black man. It is because we don't have the foundation of how relationships work. We just learned it. We're just maneuvering around it. We're just trying to understand it. men, provide. When you take control and you start providing as a man, you earn the respect of your peers, of your family. I remember Chris Rock made a joke and said, everyone, even a dog, is loved unconditionally. But a man is loved under the condition that he can provide. As funny as it was, it's a fact and it's true. Give yourself value. God, the Bible, whatever. Guys, I'm trying to tell you that it is your responsibility as a man to build yourself and create yourself so you can provide. What will your kids eat? You have no shame in leaving your children and going because you see, that's why you see men are leaving. You broke. You can't even feed your own kids. The pressure, the suicide rate of men is so high. It's just that nobody ever speaks about it. The depression rate of men is so high because nobody talks about it. Because of the pressure to provide. You can remove all that pressure by doing one thing. By waiting, by slowing down. You don't need to get into a relationship right now. You don't need to have sex right now. You need to be with yourself and you need to build you. How are you going to build somebody else if you're not even built yet? Guys, I'm your boy Uncle P. I want to keep the videos as short as possible. Guys, do go to my YouTube channel. Like, Facebook, Instagram. You know, the more likes I get, the more video watches, the more views I get on these videos, the more I'm inspired to keep shooting. Let me know which topics you guys want me to cover. I've got a lot of topics that I do want to cover. I want to finish up this studio as quickly as possible. It's actually Sunday today, so I'm going to be working on it. But yeah, man, I love the new look. And hopefully soon I'm going to be having guests on the red couch and just discussing life, relationships, and everything else. Guys, I don't only talk about relationships. I also do advice on finances, on hustles, just life in general and everything else. You know, quite blessed with the beautiful brain. So yeah, man, let's talk. This is the Red Couch with your boy Uncle P.